Hello guys, welcome to LAKERLAND, where we discuss Lakers news, Laker games, Laker thoughts, Laker whatever right here. And here I am back with the car vlog, back with the straight out of work vlog, here to discuss the last two games briefly. Mostly LeBron's 51-point monster game and a W against the Miami Heat, and a little lesson on patience. So here it is. All right, so Lakers go one-on-one in our last two games. Broke that 4-game winning streak against the Orlando Magic in a really just shitty game. We played bad. Everything was bad. Had no defense. Lonzo played like trash. The youth didn't show up. The veterans didn't show up. It was just a big blah. We were getting destroyed in the paint. We were getting destroyed every time down low. Turnovers were killing us. Everything. It was really a bad game. And I didn't have time to cover it, at least not enough time, nor did I want to really deep dive into that because all the good we've seen in the last 4 games, I don't want to jump out the window for one game. It's not that big of a deal. It happens. We're going to have slow starts some days. As long as it's not like Raptors where we get killed, it's all right with me. But I do want to talk about yesterday's game. Miami Heat, LeBron back in Miami, back in Vice City, and what does he do? Puts on a 51-point performance in a W. Pretty good game. I mean, we played pretty damn well. It was positive that we were able to, one, our defense was a big plus on the night. We did really good job defending. We got Josh Richardson all like out of his element. He ended up getting ejected with 2 technical. I know he got ejected. I don't know if it was because a technical leading to ejection, or it was the second technical. I forgot exactly. I was watching my wrestling thing as well at the same time, so I had the game on mute. But yeah. So we were throwing everybody out there. Funk, Brandon Ingram had some words for Derek Jones. His name, yeah, Derek Jones. Honestly, I don't know if I want to mess with Brandon Ingram right now. He out here trying to piece up everything. He out here listening to G Herbo every day, Lil Durk every day. He boxes in the summertime. He got the reach of goddamn my man from Street Fighter. What's his name? Forgot his name. It's cool. But anyways, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with Brandon Ingram if I was anybody. Plus, we got Michael Beasley on the bench for backup, so chill. But LeBron with another big game after he had that, 48-point game when he broke Wilt's, he passed Wilt in the ranking. So, honestly, he's just been playing amazing, LeBron-esque lately, and I love it. I love having the greatest player in the world. So, that's a very good plus, obviously. But I more want to talk about something that I like to call patience. So, and I could say that maybe I jumped out the window a few times already this season, whether it'll be the drop KCP wave, or maybe it'll be the Luke Walton's. I never said fire Luke Walton. I never jumped out the gate, but I step it up, Luke Walton. What the F is happening, Luke Walton? I was on that train for sure. Or whether it be on, LeBron's not really performing like he's LeBron train. It's easy to jump out the window. It's harder to stay patient. And this season should be able to teach us patience. And I hope Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka have patience, because the youth players, we got to ask ourselves, are they really doing what we thought they were going to do? Has Lonzo really taken that next step? Has Ingram really shown he could be that second best player on our team? Has Kuzma shown that he's been in the gym all day? And has Josh Hart shown that he's more than a 3-and-D guy? Those were the questions before the season started. And now, what are we, 9-7? So 16 games in. What's our take on all those? Lonzo's 3-point shot has improved, but he still doesn't look like he is hungry to score or just has any desire at all. Brandon Ingram shows that he's a lot more ball dominant than what I thought, to be honest, and his shot is still a little iffy. Josh Hart has thoroughly impressed me. I love Josh Hart. The guy can finish at the rim. He can be clutch when he needs to be clutch. He could play D. He could knock down a 3-ball. I'm satisfied with Josh Hart. Kyle Kuzma, even though he's been a little rough the last 2 games lately, or maybe 3, he's been pretty damn good, man. Pretty consistent, pretty damn I'm not going to say we could see improvements. His shot hasn't been hitting, but I feel like we've seen improvements down low. See more improvements as far as footwork goes and driving goes rather than his shooting. I feel like his shooting, he'll shoot out of it. He'll get better. We know he could shoot. And he has some games where he could show us he could shoot. But yeah, that's as far as that. But patience is now the question for 1, Lonzo Ball, and 2, Brandon Ingram. So, Lonzo Ball has been making Lakers fans uneasy as of late because we've been pledging for him to start, for him to get more PT over Rondo. And now that it's been 2 games, it's like donut. He had a donut one game, I think at 2 points the next game. So now you're like, maybe there's a reason why Luke Walton was sitting you on the bench. My take on it is give it some time. Maybe I show patience for the young guys more than I show patience for everybody else. Lonzo Ball has very much upside. A lot of upside. But he has a lot of downside. Whether it be the dude is sometimes lifeless offensively. Whether it be he's afraid to drive because I think he knows in his psyche that he can't make a free throw. So that gets really, difficult to judge. But he didn't get his whole year to train like Kuzma, Ingram, and Hart did. He only had, the knee injury took him out. So I want to still give him some time. I feel like our next game Wednesday against the Cavs might be a breakout game for Lonzo Ball. Colin Sexton will be on him, who's a dog. I think he's a dog defensively. I like Colin Sexton a lot. But I need to see something from Lonzo, and I need to see it hopefully soon, because if not, Wizards just said that Beal and Wall are available for trade, and I won't be surprised if Lakers were like, what about Lonzo and somebody else, and we get Bradley Beal? What about Brandon Ingram and Mo Wagner and maybe KCP in there, and we get Bradley Beal? I like Bradley Beal too. I think that's what we need. I wanted Klay Thompson, but if you're not getting Klay Thompson as far as a shooting guard, like a real shooter of a shooting guard, Bradley Beal is the closest to it. Can give you that 20 points a game, can shoot them threes, whether it be in the corner or at the key. He can do that for you. So I'm not too mad if we do get Bradley Beal. I don't want John Wall. His contract is too heavy for me. I think he gets like $43 million in a few years. We got LeBron getting $43 million. Who are we gonna play with, bro? Who are we gonna play with? But speaking of contracts, I think you guys are downplaying about how important our youth is, because we are paying pennies for Josh Hart, nickels for Kyle Kuzma, dimes for Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. $7 million on our payroll for Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. Those type of players, I'm not mad at. I feel like we should keep them if they show that potential, especially, and they show that potential. So their contracts are so salary friendly that it's really a perk of having them. So sometimes it might be frustrating when Brandon Ingram has people maybe open and he takes a mid-range shot on a guy that he could have got past. Might be frustrating. Sometimes it might be frustrating when they run a pick and roll with Lonzo Ball and a big man, and he tries to get the pass in between to the roller, but he could have had the open shot if he continued, and the pass ended up not being the best, and now it's a turnover. But we have to understand these people are 19, 20, 21 years old. I'm 19. They're not much older than me at all. And truthfully, give them some time. Let them develop. A lot of that class is not developed. Ben Simmons, he's shown he's the same player as last year. Jason Tatum looking a little weirder. You know what I mean? Jaylen Brown, I know that's a different draft class. It's Ingram's draft class, but my man is not doing better than Brandon Ingram. But we didn't hear people jumping out the gun with him. Donovan Mitchell, it looks the same as last year. Granted, it was great last year, but he looks the same. De'Aaron Fox has shown he took him the next step. He has. But there's not many people in that draft class that has. So stick with them. They're your kids. They're kids. They're going to grow. They're going to get better. And hopefully they do. This year is just a trial year for them. But I do want to make a video maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see how my schedule works. But the West is wide open. It is. The legs are open. We just got to slide in. With consent, obviously. We there. Like, 2 games back from the first seed. Obviously, beginning of the season. But the top is Warriors, who are in shambles. Obviously, they're still the biggest competition, but they're in shambles. And then Trailblazers, who we beat 2 times. Thunder, I'm not too afraid of. Spurs, I think now with a center, we could take them. I feel like we could make noise. We could go to the Western Conference Finals, and we better, because I got $20 on it, and that's honestly the only bet I look like I could win this year. I got 3 bets, and looks like I'm going to be down 20 because it's $20 each, and hopefully I win this Western Conference Finals one. But yeah, guys, so tell me what you think. Is it too quick to judge these rookies, or you know what, are these young, they're not rookies anymore, these youth players, or man, should we just talk about winning now? Screw the development. We want to win now. Let's get AD. Let's trade for AD. Let's trade for Beal. Let's trade for Wall. And let's bring home another chip to Lakers. The way I see it is I want to win now and a few years. I don't want to win now and then, shit, we got these shitty contracts. And now we're back at the number 3 draft pick. Let's go, Lakers. Woo! Don't want to be that person. So I don't want to be that team either. So, guys, tell me what you think, though. I'm very interested to hear what you say. I will comment back easily. Hey, I love talking Lakers. I love talking Lakers any day of the week. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And thank you for visiting Lakerland. Now, dip.